friends, welcome to this lecture series in which we will be discussing on pharmaceutical sales and territory management. In pharmaceutical marketing, the sales representative, that is the medical representative, will be assigned to a specific territory, which may be a single city or a district place, or it may be a group of more than one district town place, from which the medical representative has to identify potential prescribers, that is the doctors, to whom he or she has to visit at a predefined frequency, time interval, promote the brands, get the prescriptions, and achieve the given sales target by doing primary as well as secondary sales. A similar 4 to 5 territories, that is 4 to 5 or at the most 7 medical representatives, are controlled or supervised by one first line sales manager, who is also called as an area sales manager. The location or the town place where the medical representative or area sales manager resides, where they receive all their official communications, is designated as their headquarters, and other town places are called as extension or outstation. Designing of the sales territory is based on either one, geographical area, number two, number of potential customers, that is the doctors, retailers, and the pharmaceutical sales distributor. Third is sales records or the previous sales history, or availability of product distribution facilities. While designing any sales territory, most important thing which is taken into consideration is balancing of territory. Balancing of territory means equal distribution of customers, that is doctors. Geographical size of the market should also be taken into consideration, where we should be more or less same in size. The distance and travel time should also be more or less same. So let's understand what is territory, territory planning, territory management, and how it is done in pharmaceutical industry. As we discussed, a sales territory assigned to a pharmaceutical sales representative is nothing but a particular geographical area from where the medical representative has to identify potential doctors for getting the business, or it is a group of customer accounts or prospects, that is individual clinics, hospitals, or healthcare institutions, or a market where pharmaceutical buying and selling activities will take place. Theoretically, a territory is a customer grouping where sales related activities can be planned, implemented, sales is generated, and sales target can be achieved. Thus, the sales territory is where the medical representative, along with the area sales manager, holds the sales responsibilities of achieving their sales target, doing customer relationship management activities, ensuring availability of the products, doing the brand promotions, and so many other activities they are responsible to do there. As we said, while designing a sales territory, the companies always looks at balancing each of the territory assigned to their medical representatives, so as to reduce the cost of territory management and also to get the maximum sales out of it. When the territories are designed, they are compared on the basis of market potential or size, that is the geographical area. The market potential is availability of number of doctors, patients buying profile, number of hospitals, critical care units, casualty care units, and other paramedical services, etc., so that the prescriptions for the promoted brands can be obtained, and it should help medical representative along with the area sales manager to get returns equivalent to their efforts, so that they can achieve their sales target. The territory should also have number of doctors of those specialty who can prescribe products from the targeted segment of the company. For example, the number of cancer specialist doctors are less in number, and hence a large number of town places are required to be combined to form one territory, where a company who is targeting products to the cancer specialist doctor. If the two territories designed differ in size and potential, then the medical representative working in that large geographical area will have too much of work and may not be able to meet up all targeted doctors, as he or she will have to spend most of their time in travel in long distance, which will cost more to the company, as well as the poor coverage in such large size territory will also affect the performance of medical representative due to underserving to the doctors and vice versa. Hence, balancing of territory in respect to size, number of potential doctors is very important. Suppose a defined territory has only 70% of the doctors or less than the company's required doctor list, which is called as master coverage list or master call list. There will be a repeat visit to these doctors, that is over serving, which will not give any additional business as the potential of that particular territory is limited. It will cost more to the company due to over serving and vice versa. If more number of doctors than MCL are available, it is not possible to cover all the doctors. Under serving will affect the company. If the territory is not balanced based on its potential, that is number of potential doctors, then these territories who have got large number of potential doctors will have good prescriptions performance and will also earn performance based incentives, and they will enjoy all the perks benefits from the company. Similarly, if a territory have less number of potential doctors, even after putting hard efforts, the medical representatives may not achieve their sales target and they may lose their moral motivation, even may have to leave their jobs due to increased sales pressure. Most of the pharmaceutical companies adopted geographical territorial division while considering service requirement, that is required specialty of doctors, target segment, potential in that market, geographical size, so that better services to the customers, that is doctors, retail chemists and the pharmaceutical distributors can be provided. Within such geographic territory designed by the company, even the identified customers can be grouped based on their prescription potential, such as supercore doctors who are the specialty doctors and whose prescription potential is high, and some of the high profile general practitioners can also be included as the supercore doctors, and the core doctors whose prescription potential is less, which normally includes the general practitioners. Now let us understand what are the objectives of sales territory planning. The first objective is to have all the potential targeted doctors in the list of defined territory so that all these potential doctors can be covered, met, promotional activities can be done, and then the prescriptions can be obtained from these doctors. Second, territory should be planned and designed in such a way that the medical representative should work effectively, and equal support should be also provided by the company to him or her, and they should be able to work very efficiently and effectively. Third, with provided inputs, promotional materials, they should able to provide effective services to all the customer groups, including doctor, chemist and the pharmaceutical sales distributors. The fourth objective, the reporting manager should also able to evaluate performance of territory based on the support provided, efforts taken by the medical rep, and achievement of sales target by generating prescriptions from the doctors and by achieving primary as well as secondary sales target. If the territory is well planned, the company can support and facilitate each of its medical representatives to be highly productive and to take efficient efforts. The sixth objective is selling cost includes the cost of promotional materials, inputs, sample, travel cost, as well as the compensation given to the medical representative. If the medical representative is able to perform well and achieve his or her sales target, then we can say the territory is viable. And the important objective is the personal selling and brand promotional activities taken by the medical representative can be better controlled and coordinated by the reporting manager if the territory is effectively designed and planned. Let's understand how a territory can be effectively designed, planned, and managed. Let's assume a situation that a company which is having products in target segments of orthopedic surgeons, and the company wants minimum 100 to 120 orthopedic surgeons must be included in each of the medical reps master call list so as to plan a sales territory. To understand this, here we are taking a map of Marathwada region from Maharashtra state in India, which has 8 districts as shown in the screen. We are taking an imaginary figure of number of orthopedic surgeons available in each of these town place of Marathwada as follows. Since none of these town place has the minimum criteria of 100 orthopedic surgeons, hence we have to combine the town places to form 4 headquarters of medical representatives and 1 headquarter of area sales manager. Now we have to look at the geographical location, size of each of the town place, connectivity between each district town place, as well as number of potential orthopedic surgeons that are available in each of the districts place. If we look at the map, Aurangabad, Nanded, Beed are the larger districts which sufficiently have large number of orthopedic surgeons. Based on the closeness, we can have two territory design plans. One, we can have Aurangabad as one headquarter, Bid combined with Jalna as a second headquarter, Nanded and Parbhani along with Hingoli can be considered as a third headquarter, and Latur can be combined with Usmanabad to make the fourth headquarter. And each will have one medical representative and headquarter of area sales manager at Aurangabad. Or we can have another plan where we can have two medical representatives at Aurangabad. One will have Aurangabad plus Jalna as a covering city, and other medical representative will have Aurangabad along with Bid as another territory. The second can be like Nanded, Parbhani and Hingoli. Third is Latur and Usmanabad. Thus, we can have again the area sales managers headquarter at Aurangabad. So this is how various factors that can be considered while designing the territory for medical representative for a particular company who is targeting their products in a particular disease segment. We are taking Aurangabad as a headquarter for the area sales manager as the road, air and rail connectivity for transportation is good, as well as more orthopedic surgeon doctors, super specialty and specialty hospitals are available in Aurangabad than any other district place in Marathwada. Hence, the business potential is more. Having one area sales manager and two medical representatives at Aurangabad headquarter will definitely become a wise decision. Thus, an effective sales territory can make team more productive, improve customer coverage, increase in overall sales and reduces cost to the company. While designing a sales territory, following factors are considered. The first is potential of the territory, which depends upon the number of targeted potential doctors, hospitals, institutions, and number of retail chemists, pharmaceutical sales distributors, etc. Second is the type of industry and the products which are being promoted. The third factor is the target product segment, as few product segments like oncology, nephrology, neurology, etc., the number of targeted doctors are very less. In such cases, territory will be larger in size as compared to other specialty product segment. The fourth factor is purchase history, that is the previous sales data which can be obtained from previous sales team, farmer distributor sales and purchase statements. And the fifth is presence of number of competitors, as when competitors are present in the market there will be noise in the market. It means on the same molecule in the same disease condition there will be a lot of promotional activities, discussions that will take place with the doctor. Hence brand penetration becomes comparatively easy. Now let us understand how to do territory planning and its management. The first is doing intensive research of target geographical area to find out the business potential. Second is divide the geographical area on the basis of population density, accessibility in terms of access to customers, travel distance and time between two doctors or hospitals and retail chemist, potential of that targeted doctors, as well as having of pharma distributors in the territory is must, as these distributors purchases products from the company in the bulk and sells these and distribute these products to the retail chemist. Availability of products in market at retail chemist is important to honor prescription of the doctor and easy and convenient availability for the patients. The third factor is consumer, that is the patient's purchase behavior, which depends upon their access to healthcare, intentions to buy medicines, whether they are interested to buy complete or half dose, does the doctor prescribe complete therapeutic dose or not, demands from the doctors to prescribe the brands, etc. Fourth, which is most important, is the revenue potential through prescription from the doctors to see if the territory is financially viable or not, and if the territory is potential for the target segment or not. The next point, it is also important to see what are the need wants of patients from healthcare system and what is the class distribution of these patients. The next point is then prepare a plan of sales quota, that is the sales target, product wise, and a total sales target that can be allotted assigned to the designed territory. Then appointing the sales representative or sales team to the individual sales territory. Next, monitoring and tracking performance of the medical representative is most important aspect of territory management. Next is reviewing of primary as well as secondary sales performance of each of the territory and if required taking the corrective measures. Next, avoiding overlapping of territory, that is, neither doctors, retail chemist be shared or common between the two territories, as well none of the distributors should sell or distribute its product from one medical rep's territory into other medical rep's territory. This will affect performance of the medical representative. Now let's see what are the approaches to design the territory. There are two basic approaches in designing the sales tree. The first is the market build-up approach and second one is the workload approach. In case of market build-up approach, while designing a territory, one should see how many doctors are available at present and how many potential doctors may come in the future, and same is in the case of patients. Second, the present consumption rate of the products at doctors, patient level and the expected consumption rate in the future. If the present and expected future data is attractive, then appointing a dedicated sales representative in that territory will result in good market development if things are well planned and implemented. In case of workload approach, every company has a predefined visit frequency to the listed potential doctors based on category of doctors, such as few potential doctors categorized as super core will have two visits in a month and the rest other core doctors will have one visit in a month. Depending upon the required call frequency, monthly total calls per medical representative can be calculated, and thus if number of calls matching to company's call frequency norms is achievable, the territory can be designed so that each territory or the medical representative should have equal workload, that is balancing of the territory that can be done. There are different geographical shapes that can also be considered for designing the territory so as to have a better coverage, distance and travel, as well as saving on energy and selling expenses. There are four shapes that are commonly employed for designing the territory in pharmaceutical marketing are: one is the wedge shape, second circle shape, third is the clover leaf shape, and fourth is the hopscotch. Let's see all these four shapes one by one. In case of wedge shape, here the majority of doctors will be available in the urban area, which is centrally located, which is shown in a red color, and semi-urban area which are nearby to this urban area where few doctors are located. Pune, Mumbai, like metropolitan cities can be considered as example for wedge shape of territory. In case of circle territory, here in this type of geographical area, the targeted doctors are evenly distributed across the market. Hence, it will benefit the sales force to manage coverage of all targeted potential doctors to meet up in lesser time and will also help medical representative to improve upon their work efficiency. The clover leaf, unlike circle shape, here the doctors are randomly unevenly distributed in the assigned territory. Such shapes are designed when the companies are having hospital sales products. And the fourth is the hopscotch shape. In this type of shape, the territory is designed in such a way that when the medical representative starts his or her work on their way, they will not be meeting the single doctor, whereas they will reach at the last distant doctor and start working from there, as on their return journey they can meet up all the targeted doctors. The common territory shapes which are used are the wedge, circle or clover leaf. Once the territory is designed planned, then appointing a pharma sales personnel in that territory is called as assigning the sales territory. The territory is planned under the consideration as 1. There should be even distribution of customers in each territory. None of the doctors, chemists or distributors be common in both the territories, that is duplication of work should be avoided. Next, every sales representative should get equal opportunity to perform his or her duties, carry on sales promotion responsibilities, etc. Each territory must be effectively controllable by the first line sales manager to track the performance of their medical representative. Each territory must be flexible, that is, addition or deletion of the doctor, change in the shape of territory, etc., should be allowed depending upon the requirement. Next, each territory must be comparable based on the potential and revenue generation by evenly distributing number of potential doctors. Next, traveling distance inputs or other investment should be equivalent in each of the territory for making the territory economically viable and supporting to the efficient performance of medical representative. If a new territory is designed, new sales personnel should be appointed to that territory as the new medical representative will be more energetic, enthusiastic, will carry a thirst of learning, will be a moldable and will work effectively being result oriented. While selecting a sales personnel, various criteria must be also considered such as his ability to work, be physically and mentally fit. He should be also knowledgeable and be also able to communicate well effectively as the set of customers to whom the products are being targeted, they are highly qualified and their communication they are expecting to be at the required level. Every company should give priority to appoint medical representative who is native to that territory as he will be aware of the territory locations as well as family and friends will serve as a cushion against the sales pressure. The time and territory management depends upon various aspects. First is the travel time. The targeted potential doctors selected, including the healthcare institution, should not be located at long distance as it will increase the travel time of visiting doctors and may affect the coverage of doctors. Second, distance between the towns within the design territory should also be not so far as the cost of traveling will be more as well as coverage will get affected and may not result in the desired output in terms of business as follow-up will be difficult. The territory should also be designed by considering the availability of communication and transportation facility for the reasons as discussed above. And lastly, the logistics infrastructure should also be economical and various logistics facilities must be available for cost effective and timely delivery of the products to the respective market so as to ensure availability of the product. Territorial adjustment, which is also called as redistricting. As we have discussed many times that while designing a sales territory, balancing of territories must be taken into consideration by means of having approximately equal number of potential doctors, distance, geographical area, etc. Even after designing a territory, the first line sales manager can even do addition or deletion of doctors or town in the territory, which is also called as redistricting of territory, to find whether the salesperson appointed in the territory is able to meet up and cover all the potential doctors, along with matching up the sales call frequency and daily call average or not. Following formula can be employed to find how many number of sales call per day each salesperson in the territory can do, which is calculated by finding the average time per sales call taken by the medical representative plus average time between the two sales call divided by number of working hours per day. If the sales call average matches to the company norm, the territory is approved, or else redistricting can be done, as coverage of all doctors as well as meeting up sales call frequency and achieving daily sales call average is important. Routing and scheduling of sales personnel. Routes means from headquarter town place which other ex-station and outstation will be selected for coverage of the potential doctors, and accordingly the tour plan will be prepared, wherein town name, the distance, the travel cost, number of doctors to be covered, etc. information is mentioned on it, and it has to be approved by the reporting managers. Even nowadays, most of the pharmaceutical companies are preparing the standard work plan. That is, every month, every day of week, a fixed set of doctors will be selected so that frequency of call visit can be maintained, and also coverage of all the territory and potential doctors coverage can also be achieved. And depending upon the requirement, corrections can be made in the territory SWP tour plan, as well as in the list of doctors can also be done with the approval from the reporting manager. Ultimately, the main objective of territory designing is to have potential doctors in the call list, to ensure effective coverage of entire territory. Sales cost, travel cost, distance, efforts, sales opportunity, etc. factors are also considered while designing a territory. Each medical representative of assigned territory should also be able to achieve their sales target and earn performance-based incentives, other perks and benefits, so that their moral and involvement in their job can be also maintained, and the medical reps can be retained in the company for a longer period of time. Hence, territory designing and territory management is most important aspect into pharmaceutical industry. That's all from my end. Thank you.